Okay, close your eyes for just a sec and just picture this, you, a glass of something bubbly and like a view of crystal clear water and reflecting the Italian Alps. That's the magic of Lake Como. And today, we're crafting your perfect like 10-day escape, to this little slice in paradise.
Yeah, by the end of this deep dive, you were going to be so ready to trade in your laptop for like a gondola ride. Yeah, we're talking about insider tips, hidden gems, and just a taste of, that irresistible Italian charm.
Okay. So first things first, how do we even get to this, dreamy destination?
Well, Milan is your gateway. Fly in, hop on like a quick and scenic train ride, and boom, you're right there in the heart of the Lake Como region. And for your first 2 days, I'm gonna whisk you away to Varenna.
Varenna sounds charming already. What's the vibe?
Imagine colorful houses cascading down to the waterfront, the scent of like fresh seafood risotto just filling the air, and a pace of life that just encourages you to, finally exhale.
Okay. I'm feeling more relaxed already. But what should I actually DO in Varenna?
Start with a leisurely stroll along the waterfront. You'll catch glimpses of those iconic Italian boats bobbing in the harbor, the vibrant flowers like spilling over balconies, and then treat yourself to lunch at a trattoria with a view.
Ooh.
I'm talking fresh seafood risotto, perfectly al dente, with a glass of local white wine.
Okay, sold. I'm already picturing myself there. But wouldn't it be a shame to visit Lake Como and not, actually get out on the lake?
You read my mind. In the afternoon, we're hopping on a boat for like a true Lake Como experience. Now, here's what's fascinating: the lake, it's shaped like an upside down Y, which means you've got these incredible arms stretching out.
Right.
Each with hidden coves and charming villages just waiting to be discovered.
Ooh, like little secret pathways just lead to even more beauty. And what about those rumors I've heard about the depth of Lake Como?
It's true. It's true. Lake Como is Europe's deepest lake, plunging down a staggering 410 meters. To put that in perspective, that's deeper than the Eiffel Tower is tall.
Wow.
But don't worry, our boat stays firmly on the surface, just gliding past breathtaking scenery.
Good to know. I think I'll leave the deep diving to the fish. Now, while we're on this boat, is there anything in particular, anything we should be on the lookout for?
Keep your eyes peeled for Bellagio, often called the Pearl of Lake Como. It's known for its stunning villas, lush gardens, and that picture-perfect, Italian charm.
Okay.
You'll have two glorious days to explore this gem, starting on day 3.
2 whole days in Bellagio. All right. Spill the details. What makes this place so special?
Let's start with the villas. Just imagine like strolling through the meticulously manicured gardens of Villa Carlotta, surrounded by vibrant flowers and sculptures with breathtaking views of the lake as like your backdrop.
And they even have an impressive art collection. It's housed within the villa.
Okay. I'm officially adding villa hopping to my Lake Congo to-do list. Are there any other gardens we shouldn't miss?
You are gonna love Villa Melzi. The gardens here, they're like a scene from a fairy tale, with winding pathways, hidden fountains, and just a tranquility that washes over you the moment you step inside.
And after all that garden exploring, what better way to reward ourselves than with a scoop of gelato? I'm thinking hazelnut and pistachio. The classic Italian combo.
You've got excellent taste. And while you're savoring that gelato, here's a pro tip. Embrace la passeggiata. It's more than just a walk. It's a cherished Italian tradition of strolling along the waterfront as the sun sets, seeing and being seen, and just soaking up that magical, golden hour. It's a ritual that truly captures the spirit of Lake Como. Okay. I'm adding la passeggiata to my vocabulary list right now. So we've explored Varenna, gotten lost in the beauty of Bellagio's villas and gardens.
Yeah.
And embrace the art of the evening stroll. What's next on our Lake Como adventure?
Days 5 and 6 are all about lakeside adventures, and we're starting with a day trip to Menaggio.
Menaggio. What makes this town stand out from the others?
Menaggio has this lovely harbor. It's lined with charming cafes and restaurants. Imagine sitting at a table right on the water's edge, sipping an espresso as you watch the boats go by. It's pure bliss. And to get there, we're taking a ferry across the lake.
Ferry ride, count me in. I always feel like ferries add a touch of adventure to a trip. But knowing you probably have something a little more active in mind too.
You know me too well. Lake Como isn't just about, charming towns and relaxing boat rides. It's also surrounded by these majestic mountains, which means, there are hiking trails galore.
Hiking with views of Lake Como. Okay, I'm officially sold. What kind of trails are we talking about here?
There's something for everyone. From gentle paths like, winding through forests to more challenging climbs, offering panoramic views.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
What if hiking isn't really my thing though? Are there other ways to get active and enjoy the scenery?
Absolutely. How about renting bikes and cycling along the lake shore? You'll feel the fresh mountain air on your face. And there are plenty of picturesque spots to stop for a picnic lunch.
Okay, a picnic with a view of Lake Como. Add that to the itinerary.
Yeah.
And for those who are feeling, a little more adventurous, what about water sports?
You've got options. Kayaking and paddleboarding are fantastic ways to experience the lake from like a different perspective.
Yeah.
You can glide along the calm water. It's surrounded by stunning scenery. And maybe even spot some local wildlife.
All right. I'm loving this mix of relaxation and adventure. We've explored charming towns, cruised the lake, hiked through mountains, and even kayaked. What's next on our Lake Como itinerary?
It's time to experience the other side of Lake Como, the vibrant city life. Days 7 and 8 will be spent exploring the city of Como itself.
Ooh, I'm all for a change of pace. What awaits us in the city?
Como is steeped in history with a fascinating blend of old and new. You can wander through the cobblestone streets of the old town, discover hidden courtyards, and even walk on ancient Roman roads.
Wait, Roman roads. That's incredible. Where can we find these remnants of history?
Right in the heart of the city. The ruins of Porta Pretoria. It's an ancient Roman gate. It gives you like a glimpse into Como's rich past. It's amazing to think that people walked those very same roads centuries ago.
Wow. I'm already imagining myself stepping back in time. But let's fast forward to the present. What else can we see and do in Como?
No trip to Como is complete without visiting the Duomo. It's the city's stunning cathedral.
Okay.
It's a masterpiece of Gothic and Renaissance architecture with intricate details that'll leave you in awe. And for those panoramic views we both love, I have just the thing.
Don't tell me you're going to send me up a mountain again.
Not quite. This time we're taking the funicular up to Brunate. It's a charming little village perched high above the city, offering breathtaking views of Lake Como and the surrounding mountains.
Okay, a funicular ride with panoramic views.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty magical. And after all that exploring, I'm sure we'll have worked up an appetite. What should we be sure to try in Como?
You simply cannot leave Como without savoring polenta AOC. It's a regional specialty. Polenta, a creamy cornmeal porridge topped with roasted game birds.
Okay.
Trust me, it's a culinary adventure you won't forget.
My mouth is already watering. So we've explored charming Varenna, fallen in love with Bellagio, ventured to Menaggio, hiked mountains, kayaked the lake, and now immersed ourselves in the city of Como. Where do we go from here?
For the final 2 days of your Lake Como adventure, we're circling back to the tranquility of Varenna. Think of it as like a chance to unwind, recharge, and savor those last moments, of Italian magic.
I love that idea. It seems like the perfect way to end a truly unforgettable trip. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we've got more ground to cover in this Lake Como deep dive. We'll be back in just a moment to explore even more hidden gems and insider tips. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Welcome back to our Lake Como adventure. Before we jumped back into Varenna, for some well-deserved relaxation, we were talking about savoring those last moments of Italian magic.
Right, right. And I can't think of a better place to do that than on the shores of Lake Como. But before we get too relaxed, I have a feeling you've got, a few more hidden gems up your sleeve.
Always, always. Remember that feeling we talked about earlier? You know, that sense of peace and tranquility that washes over you in Lake Como?
It's hard to forget. It's like stepping into a different world where worries just fade away and you can finally embrace la dolce vita,
Mm.
the sweet life.
Exactly, exactly. And one of the best ways to truly experience that is by embracing dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing.
Ooh, I love the sound of that.
Right.
So it's not just about, rushing from one site to the next, but really taking the time to savor the moment.
Precisely, precisely. It's about lingering over a cappuccino in a charming cafe, watching the sunlight dance on the water, or simply losing yourself in the pages of a good book, under the shade of a centuries old tree. It's about slowing down and appreciating the simple pleasures that make life so rich.
That sounds like my kind of travel philosophy.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I'm still curious about those hidden gems.
Yeah.
Those unexpected experiences that truly make a trip special. What else does Lake Como have in store for us?
Well, for those who love to explore on foot, there's a hidden gem called the Greenway del Lago di Como.
Greenway. Tell me more.
Imagine a picturesque walking path that winds its way along the western shore of the lake, connecting charming villages and just revealing, you know, breathtaking views at every turn.
Okay. I'm already picturing myself there. What kind of things would we see along this greenway?
You'll wander through lush forests, stumble upon hidden beaches, you know. Perfect for a quick dip. Discover ancient churches with stories whispered through the ages, and of course, those panoramic views of the lake will be your constant companion.
It sounds like the perfect way to immerse yourself in the natural beauty of the region.
Hmm.
And who knows? Maybe we'll even stumble upon a local festival or two along the way.
You're right on track. Lake Como has a vibrant calendar of events throughout the year, and stumbling upon a local celebration is a sure way to experience the true heart of the region. Have you ever heard of the Festa della Sunta?
It rings a bell. I think I read something about a boat procession.
You've got it. It takes place every August in Bellagio, and it is a sight to behold. Imagine like dozens of beautifully illuminated boats, each carrying a statue of the Virgin Mary parading across the lake as the sun sets. It's a tradition that blends faith, spectacle, and the beauty of Lake Como in a truly unforgettable way.
Wow, that sounds absolutely magical. Are there any other festivals we should try to catch?
If you happen to be in Varenna in July, you're in for a treat. The Festa della Madonna del Carmine is a vibrant celebration, filled with music, food, and a grand finale that will leave you speechless.
Yeah, a grand finale. Don't leave me hanging.
Imagine the night sky above Lake Como erupting in a symphony of color and light.
Oh,
The fireworks display during this festival is truly breathtaking. It's like the stars themselves are celebrating.
okay, okay. Fireworks over Lake Como. That's officially at the top of my bucket list. But what about something a little more, low key? Something that really immerses us in the local culture.
Well, the Como Lake Festival held in September is perfect for that. It's a celebration of everything,
Hey.
everything Lake Como, with music performances, art exhibitions, culinary events, showcasing regional specialties, and all sorts of activities that
Yeah.
bring the community together.
I love that. It sounds like the perfect way to experience the heart and soul of
Yeah.
Lake Como. No, I know we've been throwing around a lot of Italian names and phrases. Is there anything our listeners should know about the language and customs in Lake Como? I always feel like making an effort to connect with the local culture enriches the travel experience.
Italians are generally, incredibly warm and welcoming, and many people in tourist areas speak English. But learning a few basic Italian phrases like buongiorno for good morning, grazie for thank you, and per favor for please goes a long way.
It's those little gestures that can really make a difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. It shows respect for the culture and opens doors to meaningful interactions with the locals. And speaking of cultural nuances, let's not forget about la passeggiata. We touched on it earlier, but it's worth emphasizing.
Right. The evening stroll. I'm starting to understand that it's more than just a walk. It's like a nightly ritual, a chance to connect with the community, see and be seen, and soak up the atmosphere.
Precisely. It's a tradition that's woven into the fabric of Italian life, and participating in it makes you feel like you're truly a part of something special. Now while we're on the topic of practicalities, let's talk about packing essentials. What are some must-haves for a Lake Como adventure?
Well, comfortable shoes are a must.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a lot of walking, from exploring those charming villages to hiking those mountain trails.
Excellent point. And don't forget a swimsuit.
Yeah.
For those spontaneous dips in the lake or relaxing afternoons by the pool.
And since we'll be experiencing, a mix of warm sunshine and cool mountain air, a light jacket or sweater is essential.
Of course. And let's be honest, we'll be indulging in all that delicious Italian cuisine. So maybe pack a few loose-fitting outfits.
Good thinking. Now we've talked about ferries and walking, but what about other ways to get around Lake Como? Are there other options for exploring the region?
Ferries are definitely a fantastic and scenic way to hop between towns. But you can also rent cars for more flexibility.
Okay.
This opens up the possibility of exploring, the charming countryside surrounding the lake, discovering hidden wineries, and venturing, off the beaten path.
And for those who prefer a more active mode of transportation, didn't you mention like bike rentals earlier?
Absolutely. Cycling along the lake shore is a wonderful way to take in the fresh air, enjoy the scenery at your own pace, and discover hidden coves and beaches. Just be mindful of the traffic in some areas.
Good point. Safety first, always.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about a crucial aspect of any trip: accommodations. What options await travelers in Lake Como?
Lake Como truly caters to every taste and budget. You'll find everything from luxurious 5-star hotels with breathtaking lake views to charming bed and breakfast tucked away in quaint villages and cozy apartments for those who want to feel like a local. So much
variety. If you had to recommend one area to stay in, where would it be?
That's a tough one. Each town has its own unique charm, but if I had to choose, I'd say Varenna. Varenna strikes a perfect balance. It's picturesque. It offers easy access to other parts of the lake via ferry, and has that tranquil, welcoming atmosphere that makes you feel right at home.
Varenna it is. Now we've covered so much already. Boat trips, villas, festivals, practical tips, even dolce far niente. Is there anything else you think our listeners should know about Lake Como before we wrap up this part of our deep dive?
Just this, Lake Como is a place that speaks to the soul. It's a destination that caters to all types of travelers, whether you're seeking adventure, relaxation, cultural immersion, or a romantic escape. You'll find it all here. Beautifully
said. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap up our Lake Como deep dive with some final thoughts and inspiration to get you packing your bags. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our Lake Como deep dive. We've explored those charming villages, hiked those breathtaking trails, and even mastered the art of dolce far niente.
Yeah, we've uncovered hidden gems, navigated the ferries like pros, and tasted our way through the local cuisine from that fresh seafood risotto to that, unforgettable polenta AOC.
It's been an incredible journey, and I'm already feeling that, that pang of nostalgia for a place I haven't even been to yet. But before we say arrivederci to Lake Como, I want to talk about those lasting impressions. What will our listener take away?
Yeah.
From this experience long after they've returned home.
Lake Como, it's the kind of place that stays with you. It weaves its way into your memories and dreams.
Yeah.
The sparkling waters and majestic mountains, they're just beckoning you back time and time again.
I can absolutely see that happening. The beauty, the warmth of the people, that sense of peace and tranquility. It seems like a potent combination.
It truly is. Lake Como, it offers a chance to reconnect with yourself, with nature, and with, the simple joys of life. It's a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary experiences are found in the ordinary moments.
So well said. Now, for those listening who are already dreaming of their own Lake Como escape, what final piece of advice would you offer?
My advice is simple: do it. Don't just dream about it.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Lake Como is waiting to welcome you with open arms.
I love that. And remember, it's not just about checking off sites on a list.
Right.
It's about immersing yourself in the experience.
Yeah.
Embracing the unexpected, and creating memories that'll last a lifetime.
Beautifully put. And don't forget about those local connections. Chat with the shopkeepers, maybe take a cooking class to learn the secrets of Italian cuisine, or simply strike up a conversation with someone you meet along the way.
Those are often the interactions that add depth and richness to our travels.
Absolutely. And one last thought to leave you with as you plan your Lake Como adventure, remember to leave some room for spontaneity. Allow yourself to wander off, off the beaten path, to get lost in the beauty of the moment, to stumble upon those hidden gems that you'll never find in a guidebook.
Yeah, those unplanned moments, they often become the most treasured memories. Well, we've reached the end of our Lake Como deep dive. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to pack my bags and book that flight.
Me too. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing the magic of Lake Como with you.
And to our listener, we hope this deep dive has inspired you to embark on your own Lake Como adventure. Until next time, happy travels.